Hey guys, this is Isaac from Tacoma. I'm just doing a little workout here. Finishing up. I actually hurt myself today, so I'm going to shoot a little video for you guys on kind of what to do if you hurt your quad or hip flexor. Can't do a radio in the back, listen to Taylor Swift. That's how we roll here. Okay. So first thing I do is when I stepped back, I felt like a big tear. And being a big, numbnuts like me, I didn't want to stop, so now it's pretty torn. So first thing I do is I'm going to jump on a foam roller and try to relax the muscle a little bit, see how torn it is. So you see I position it only to one hip and I drop down. It's pretty tight right now. I've been working on it a little bit, but it's pretty painful. So I start at the top of the hip and I roll down slowly and I find that spot. And what I can actually do is bend my knee and I curl my hamstring and it actually pulls the quad into a longer position. You can see that's pretty painful for me right now. I actually pull both of them, but the right one's a little worse. So I'm going to show you this right one here. What I can do if I really want to get on it, I can actually tilt all my weight here and kind of rock this back. And you see I externally and internally rotate to kind of really just grind that muscle out and try to work it out. One thing I won't do is I won't stretch it through a big range of motion, because if it is really torn, I don't want to tear it even more. A couple other tools I'll use is I've got a rumble roller. Pick this up at Elite FTS, but you can also pick them up at StaleyPerformance.com. A great tool, and you see it's got the little, almost like lacrosse ball built in. And this is really good for getting trigger points, but I'll go really soft on it. On this one, I really don't even need to roll. I can just kind of sit here and cry. So it works really well. And then last, if it's really painful, like it was when I first started, I'll just get a chair and sit here, like roll myself over, and adjust, just push into a little bit. You can see that's really tight now. Not liking it too much, but just working out, it starts to feel better. It actually felt a lot worse. I can almost knock it up from the ground. So you can see now we were supposed to do high rep split squats for a little bit of a stretch, but I don't want to stretch it too much, so I'm going to do some glute bridges with a 2-second hold. And this is kind of the end of our workout, so we do a little bit of higher reps for periodization we use. So I do these glute bridges, and what it does is I can still train my lower body, but it's going to back off a little from my quads. And the work I do get through my quads is actually going to be what they call reciprocal inhibition, where this muscle gets tighter and it stretches my quads due to the other muscle getting tighter. So it's not a huge range of motion stretch, but it's going to help relax it a little bit. First thing I do is make sure my toes are straight. I kind of messed this ankle up before kickboxing, so I know that I tend to pronate out, so I'm going to correct it. Make sure both my ankles are straight. Next, I check my hip bones, make sure those are even. I kind of use my fingers here. When we do hip bridges, I like to go palms up because it just opens us into a good chest position. But today I'm just going to really worry about my hips. So first one, I'm going to lock straight up. And you see naturally, my foot kind of wants to lift off and press the outside because of that pronator. So what I'm going to do is really try to push my toes on the inside a little bit more. I'm going to hold that for 2 seconds. Now, you see this exercise a lot, and a lot of people think this is like the famous I don't have any equipment girls exercise home video workout. But this is actually a great glute activation exercise. You see I'm doing it for a 2-second rep, and I'm really checking at the top that my alignment is good, and that's really the key. You can do an exercise, you can do an exercise right, and there's a big difference. And you see my right hip flexor, which is really shot right now, which is shaking on it. So I'm thinking abs tight like someone's going to drop a piano. I'm thinking glutes all the way through. I know that this hip doesn't go into as much extension as the other, so I'm actually going to dip a little bit and push it into extension. Make sure my hips are even. And if Dylan actually circles to the front to my feet, this is where attention to detail really comes in. And you can see my right foot actually wants to split to the side. And this glute's a little weaker, is trying to roll in and just use the outside of the glute. So I'm actually going to make a conscious effort. And I have a lot of valgus on this leg, which means this knee wants to fall in. And I really use my VMO and I press down a little bit more. And my glutes are pretty burned because of the stretch. My legs don't want to do too much, so right now I'm getting a lot of hamstring work. So if your hamstrings cramp or your low back cramps, those are your secondary hip extensors, which means that your glutes don't want to work, and your hamstrings and your low back are going to try to take you to the range of motion. So I feel that happening a little bit. I'm just going to back off a little bit and knock them up so high. And I would do this for about, this is my second setup, probably do about 25 reps, but just slightly relaxing the muscle. Sometimes you might see people might do a stretch, like they might be like, oh, go here and stretch it. I can tell in this position it's pretty painful. Just squeezing the glute and looking at good posture, I can tell it's pretty tight. Get a little rock back, or some people like to grab the heel of the butt. It's not going to be necessary with this kind of injury. I'd rather just get a little bit of blood flow and just make sure that it's not balled up, kind of relax it, kind of see how it feels tomorrow. But there's some things you can do if you just have tight quads where you kind of injure yourself. And I'll be honest, when you do a lot of split squats and reverse lunges, heavy or not warmed up, you're going to get a lot of pain sometimes. And it's the shoes that you wear too, like I was using the Nike Freeze. Those because of the type of my right foot, when they step back, they don't kind of set like they need to. So, but that's it. That's how you can kind of try to work on it. Hope that helped you a little bit, and hopefully I'll be better from this injury soon.